This one? This one might piss you off a little bit.
Okay.
So it's on Am I the Asshole again?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, I have to like gather myself because like I haven't read this one. I just read the title.
Yeah.
Okay. Am I the asshole for not sleeping at the hospital with my wife? My pregnant wife has gestational diabetes and is still a few months away from giving birth. The doctor put her on insulin, but it wasn't working and her blood sugar levels were still high. She called the doctor and was recommended that she goes to the hospital. She decided to drive herself to the hospital because I was at work. In fact, I was in a meeting and didn't know what was going on until after my meeting had ended. When she got to the hospital, they confirmed that everything was fine with her and the baby, but that they wanted to admit her to get her sugar levels under control. At work that day, I received news that I was getting a promotion and that I wanted to celebrate by having a few drinks at home with my buddy. I am always with my wife when not working. I only hang out at home with a friend about once a month. I figured with everything being fine, it would actually be a good time to hang out because she wouldn't feel left out as she's unable to drink currently. However, I didn't feel comfortable doing that without talking to my wife about it first. After work, I packed some things for my wife, stopped at the store to pick her up some stuff she wanted, and drove to the hospital to see her. She assured me that her and the baby are fine, but that she was getting bored being there. Eventually, I told her about my promotion and asked her if she minds if I drank at home with my buddy instead of sleeping with her. She said she was okay with it, so I texted my buddy to let him know that we were all good. I would pick him up in a few hours. When it was almost time to leave, she started to act cold to me and then told me to just leave already. So I continued with the plan and I left at 9 p.m. to begin drinking with my buddy at home. A few hours later, she texts me and tells me that I'm an asshole for not staying with her and that she was very hurt by it. I went to the hospital first thing in the morning to be with her and she refused to talk to me and told me to leave. Am I the asshole for not staying with my wife with her at the hospital at night?
Yes, you fucking dipshit. You can
I, I
celebrate any other
guarantee
fucking
you,
day.
I guarantee you, she was like, yeah, babe, it's fine.
Mm-hmm. Like,
With like the long eye blinking and just being like, really, bitch? Because
or
like,
or or was the yeah, that's fine.
yep, yeah, it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay.
Like, bitch.
No,
First of
it's
all,
not okay.
you got promoted. You can celebrate any fucking time.
Literally, she's only in for a night. She's
Yeah,
literally only in for a night. Celebrate the next day.
yeah.
Celebrate the next day.
What the fuck?
Top comment on this is your wife is in the hospital and you're more concerned with drinking with your buddies.
Yeah,
You're the asshole and it's time to grow up.
for real. How old is he again?
It doesn't say age. I would assume 20s to 30s ish, in that range. Um, but I need to see if OP responds to anything. He deleted his account, so you know what?
Mm,
He was getting a lot of hate.
no fucking shit.
And he should. I hope Reddit bullied him.
Mm-hmm.
You deserve to be bullied for this one.
You left your pregnant wife.
Your pregnant wife. Yeah,
That
everything's fine. That's great. She's pregnant.
and bored as hell at it's so boring at a hospital, bro.
Hospitals are fucking boring as shit.
I
Okay,
was in there for 4 days and bored as hell. Literally,
so
I looked forward to those visitation
oh
hours.
my god. So I ended up in the hospital when I was in college multiple times, but I'm thinking of one in particular. It was the middle of the night. I had gone into anaphylactic shock and they admitted me because they had to monitor me.
Mm-hmm.
I had like 6 people in my room because all of my friends were like, we're not leaving you. You're not going to be fucking bored in a hospital bed.
Mhm.
I like, because common sense is, hey, this person that I love and really care about is in the hospital. I'm going to go be by their side.
Yeah.
My, so my great uncle just passed away, and he was my grandfather's best friend. My aunt made sure to drive my grandparents there every day until he passed away. So, I mean, it was only 2 days, but he was never alone. His
Yeah.
kids came, his grandkids came, my grandparents came. Like, nobody, hospitals are depressing.
Yeah. Same for my grandpa. They my mom and her siblings took shifts on who would be hanging out at the hospital basically
That's what they did when my grandma
until
was
he
in the
passed.
hospital for like 2.5 days.
Yeah. I think they did it for like I think they were there for like a week and a half, something like that.
Yeah, my grandfather, so he never was in the hospital like that for long. He got diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer.
Mhm.
And he was given like 6 months to live. He really only lived for like 2.5. Um, but at the same time, my uncle was in the hospital. He was in ICU um, because he had gotten into a really bad car crash.
Mhm.
And my mom and my aunt took turns, along with me and my cousins, to check on my uncle. I mean,
Mhm.
he couldn't, he was in coma. He couldn't hear or see us. But we still
Yeah,
made
but
sure
sometimes being in a coma too, apparently you can still possibly hear.
um
Or
I'm not
like
entirely
I don't
sure.
know,
So
I've
he was
had
in a
people
medically
say
induced
that
coma.
it like it's good for stimulation or something like
Yeah,
that.
so he was in a medically induced coma. My one of either my mom or my aunt would bring my grandma there. And she would read him the newspaper.
Yeah.
And then my mom had my grandfather at her house, and my stepdad was with him at all times. And
Mhm.
then sometimes my uncle would come and visit him because it fucking sucks.
Mhm.
Even when he was just in our house, he was stuck in a room. He couldn't move.
Yeah.
He had to have help like getting from the bathroom just to the room. And you've seen my mom's house. He was in not my room but my brother's room right next door to mine, so literally like like not that far of a walk, and he needed help just to go to the bathroom. Like,
Yeah.
so I can't imagine being pregnant and stuck in a hospital.
Mhm.
That just seems horrible. Like, you're an
Yeah.
asshole. You could have waited
Like
till the next day. You'd have texted your friend and been like, hey, I just got this promotion. Unfortunately, like, everything's fine, but my wife is currently in the hospital, just because her blood sugar, they can't get it under control right now.
yeah.
I'm gonna spend the night with her, but I would really enjoy it if you could come over tomorrow and we could drink or something or celebrate or something like that.
Mhm.
Like, you're a dickhead.
Yeah. Like, cause here's the thing, like, first of all, she has diabetes, that's what they said, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
She is
so
the gestational, the pregnancy induced one.
oh, okay, yeah, so diabetes in general, it's I'm sure once you get on, like, a cycle, it's a little bit easier to control once you get on the cycle of it, but it's still, like, you can't eat certain foods, you can't drink certain drinks. There's
Yep.
so many things that you can't do. So you have, like, a very specific diet that you're used to or you have to be used to, so there's certain, like, places you can't go to eat, or anything like that, or if you have to, like, check basically, and,
And half the
uh
time,
it's the whole insulin and all that other shit that you need.
and
It
the other,
it sucks having that.
it does. But the other thing is, like, hospitals wake you up every like 4 hours for
Yeah,
blood
to
work.
check your
And
vitals.
yeah.
I got
Um,
poked and prodded so many fucking
so
times.
many fucking times,
I
dude.
was there
Oh
for
my
4 days,
god.
poked and prodded so many times.
They
My
poke and
I thought the fucking, like, where they fucking go into your arm, I thought I was gonna have like a permanent like bruise there
Yeah, because they're
because they are
fucking
not gentle either.
no. And here's my thing. They most of the time they don't let you like get up and walk around either. Like
Mm-mm.
you're stuck to your room.
Yeah.
Do you know how fucking boring it is? Like you can literally walk to the window and walk back and walk to the like you can't like
Hmm.
they have courtyards that are pretty. You're not allowed to walk in them if you're a patient.
Hmm.
It's fucking annoying. I hate it.
Usually, so because you're a patient, usually if you're wanting, like if it's a long term stay, like if it's
Yeah.
like a month or so, if it's a long term stay, you still can't really walk around. It'll be like you can go around in a wheelchair and
Yep.
somebody just walks you around
Yep.
basically.
Yep.
Or like if by some miracle, you have like a good fucking nurse or a good doctor or something like that, and then like, you can walk around, you still need to be supervised
Yep.
by the a nurse. Like you still can't do it by yourself at
You
least,
know what's even
which it
worse?
sucks.
You know what's even worse, DJ? Being a fall risk. You're not allowed to at all.
You really want me to go where I'm about to go?
Okay, no,
You know
no,
what's
that's too
even worse? Being in the mental ward. Right? They take away. Okay, so you can still wear, like, if you came in with clothes, like, so I went in wearing sweats already, right? They took the drawstring out the sweats.
Yep.
I couldn't wear shoes because of the laces.
Yep.
Um, uh,
But the grippy
boxers and
socks
all
are
that
so
shit had to be checked
nice.
too,
Huh?
because boxers and everything had to be checked too because of any elasticity and all that could possibly be used to, anything like that. Freaking, there's so much.
But the grippy socks.
The grippy socks. I think I still have my grippy socks
I
somewhere.
still have mine too.
Grippy socks are fucking dope. I'll fucking
Grippy
take
socks
those
are the
all
best.
day.
I think I have like 3 or 4 pairs because
Yeah.
the amount of times that I've been in the hospital. By the way, I just want to put this one out there. I haven't been in the hospital for 3 or 4 times for mental things. It has been for health related things.
Yeah. I've only been there for the mental. Well,
DJ,
no, I've been there for one medical thing.
I've been admitted like
Not two.
like overnight stays like 3 or 4 times.
I haven't had an overnight stay
But
for non-medical or
here's
for
the thing.
medical.
All of that was within like 6 or 7 months of each other.
Mm, mine are years
In
apart.
like 20, I want to say like 2015. Yeah, because it started in the summer after I graduated high school and went into the first semester of my college career.
Jeez.
Yeah,
Well, I still hadn't even visited you yet.
no, I wasn't even in
I still was
Frostburg.
back here. I didn't even have a car yet.
Yeah, I wasn't even at Frostburg. I was in Bridgewater for this one. This was when I was all the way in Virginia.
Mm,
So
okay.
that was a wild time. And it literally was within, so majority of it was, so I went once in the summer here.
Mm,
Um, I went within 2 weeks of each other. The first semester, like the first week of school. So I went in a week early and then to like move in and everything because I was a freshman. And then the first week of classes, I was also in the hospital again.
mm-hmm.
Um, and then the last time was in October of that year, and that's when I went into anaphylactic shock. And they didn't know why, so I got admitted so they could monitor me, and then I had to like get referrals and all that shit. So once
Dude,
again,
I feel like we could talk about our hospital visits for an
for an
entire
entire
episode,
episode, yeah.
but
Um,
like, I know we still need. I don't know how many stories you've gone through. Like what, 3, 4 stories right now?
I have one more story left.
Okay, like I say, do we want to talk about hospital visits some other time? because I can do a whole entire like story
You
on
know when we should
how
talk about, so
huh?
when we do our medical one with Vinny, we can discuss our hospital visits.
But I mean, like, will we even be talking about stories then at that point? It'll just be us.
I'll have like 2 or 3 stories picked out, and then
Mhm.
the rest can just be us talking.
You think he wants to hear about the whole entire like what happened? Because that I could tell you guys that could take up like 30 minutes. That's the thing.
I don't know. You can check with him, see if he does. I mean, I was thinking medical for him because he does the whole like EMT thing,
Yeah.
volunteer firefighter.
Oh, he's not
But
volunteer. He's
oh,
paid to do
sorry,
it.
he's a firefighter,
Yeah.
not volunteer. Sorry,
Yeah,
my
yeah.
bad.
I mean, I think he still volunteers sometimes,
I
but
thought
like
he said that he volunteered sometimes, but I
I
couldn't
think he still
remember.
does volunteer sometimes. It's just I think majority of the time it's usually paid.